If you guys have watched any of my recent seed starting videos, you guys will have noticed that I started experimenting with something called soil blocking. Now, soil blocking has been something that's been around forever, and a lot of people claim that it really helps them save space. Now, I don't necessarily know about that because plants do grow and get bigger, but what I have noticed is much healthier seedlings. I've also noticed that it allows me to buy some time in terms of uppotting seedlings because of a process called air pruning. I'm going to explain what air pruning is once I start doing the whole seed sowing piece of it, but before I do that, let me take you through my setup. So in the last video, I had used this 2-inch soil blocker, and this worked great. Now, I also recently purchased this micro soil blocker, which I also got off of Amazon. All these things I'll make sure to link in the description box below in case you guys want to check it out. And this is where the space savings really comes in. So your micro soil blocker is basically it looks like probably a 1/2 inch to 1 inch soil blocks that you can line up in your seed tray, and then really just pick your healthiest seedlings to up pot. Now, how you would up pot is you would still keep it in a soil block, and this soil blocker comes with these little attachments that you would just place at the end of the soil blocker, so you could take your micro soil block and then just slip it right in. I'll explain that process and make sure it's a little bit more clear as my seedlings grow, so I can take you along with me for that entire thing. So you have your soil blocker, you have your seed starting mix. Now your seed starting mix, the one thing that I learned from the last time that I did this is it needs to be a little bit more wet in order to stay in that clump than you would if you were using your plastic container. The other thing that I got, and I don't know if this is necessary or not, but I did purchase these trays from Bootstrap Farmer. Now, the reason why I purchased these trays is the tray that I will actually be setting the soil blocks in has a mesh bottom, and then it sits in a separate tray, which is your watering reservoir. I've seen a lot of people just put this directly into a solid bottom tray and then water from the bottom, and they seem to have no problem with it. However, in the research that I've done, I did also notice somebody say that in doing that and in just placing your soil blocks into a solid bottom, you could run into the same exact problem as if you were to be using a regular plastic container, because your soil blocks, the roots of your seedlings will now start circling around the bottom. I'm not 100% sure whether that's true or not. I'm not 100% sure if this is necessary, but I figured I would give it a shot because it was not prohibitively expensive, so I figured why not. So with that said, I have moistened my soil, I have my micro soil blocks, I have my seed starting tray. I'm also going to be planting these petunias, which need to be started about 8 to 10 weeks prior to my last frost. My last frost in this area averages around April 20th, so I'm about 9 weeks out. So I'm at a perfect time to go ahead and start planting this. So let's go ahead and get started, and as I'm working, I will explain to you guys what air pruning is, what the benefits are, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about my petunia selection as well.
So what exactly is soil blocking? Soil blocking is a seed starting method where instead of using plastic trays or cell packs, you compress your soil into firm, freestanding cubes. Each seed is placed directly on top or into one of these cell blocks depending on what your seed package says. There's no surrounding container around it, so just soil, moisture, and air. Because there are no plastic walls between the seedlings, the blocks can sit tightly together in a tray, which makes this entire setup more space efficient under grow lights. But what really makes soil blocking different is something called air pruning. So in your traditional container, when roots reach the edge of the pot, they hit the plastic, and with nowhere else to go, they start circling the inside of the container. Over time, the circling can lead to root-bound plants and stalled growth because those roots really aren't taking up enough nutrients into the plant. With soil blocking, however, there is no plastic barrier. So when the root reaches the edge of the block, it is exposed to air, and that root tip naturally dries and stops growing at that point. Instead of continuing to circle, that root will now respond by producing more branches around it. This creates a dense, fibrous root system rather than long, spiraling roots. So instead of stressing the plant, air pruning actually encourages stronger root development. and gives you a little bit more flexibility when you need to pot up. So now that the soil blocks are pressed, it's time to plant the petunias. Petunia seeds are incredibly small, almost like dust, so they need to be sown right on the surface of the soil. They require light to germinate, which means you don't cover them, just press them lightly into the surface so that they make good contact with the soil. I'm planting 3 different varieties. The first one is called Petunia Balcony Mix. This is a compact, mounding variety that's perfect for containers and window boxes. It's bred to bloom heavily in small spaces and trail slightly over edges, which makes it ideal for patios and balconies. Next is Wild Violet. This variety produces deep violet purple blooms with a rich, saturated color. Petunias in this color range are excellent for contrast in container arrangements, especially paired with softer pinks, whites, or silver foliage. The darker tones also tend to handle bright sun beautifully. And then finally, Purple Dwarf. As the name implies, this one stays more compact and low growing. Dwarf varieties are great for tighter plantings or the front of borders because they won't sprawl aggressively. They still flower heavily, but on a much smaller, more controlled plant. Petunias generally germinate in about 7 to 10 days when kept warm, ideally around 70 to 75 degrees, which is why I'm going to be keeping this on a heat mat until they start to sprout. Consistent moisture is important, but because these are soil blocks, I'll be bottom watering them to avoid disturbing the seeds. They're slow growers at first, but once established, petunias really take off, especially with regular light and a little bit of patience.
All right, I was able to sow 300 seedlings really quickly doing this method. So next I've put a humidity dome on. I'm going to put them on the heat mat behind me. They do need light to germinate, so I'm going to leave them in front of the window until they germinate. And then once I see about a 50% germination rate throughout the tray, I'm going to move them downstairs under my grow lights. Now, once they start growing and they need to be up potted, which I figure is going to be fairly quickly, that's when I'm going to be selective in terms of which seedlings I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to kind of let perish and not move them forward into bigger pots. So stay with me through that entire process. I'll be showing you how I do it and I'll be giving you my thoughts at the end. But so far, I'm really liking this whole soil blocking thing. I see a lot of benefits to it and I hope you guys will try it. If you guys want to check out any more of my other seed starting videos, make sure to stick around because they're right here and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.